Hi, this is Sherry Veronica. I think that as part of your history, you should learn and you should know from primary, from the time you are born, from your parents' home, from their mouths. I think you should know that if you steal or if you rob one of your kinfolk, someone that is right there with living with you, next to you, someone in your school, someone that you befriended, someone that you're doing business with, if you rob them, and if you rob them on a land like Barbados, an environment like Barbados, you have put that person into slavery. That person worked for money. Taxes were taken out. All kind of benefits were taken out. And that was the net amount that they had to bring home. Then they had to pay bills, buy food, pay rent, do whatever. And they saved what was left. And if you rob them of their savings, you've robbed them of a lot of money. If it's $3,500, it's more than $3,500 that you robbed them of, because that's what they saved after everything else was done and taken out. You've robbed them of a lot. And if you rob someone, you should be taught, it must be taught, that you have put them into slavery. You have put that person into slavery. Barbados is homogenous. You're robbing your family. You're robbing your own kinfolk. You're robbing people who went through the same thing you went through. And it should almost be a sad day in hell to do something like that. But for some reason, it happens very often in Barbados. For some reason. So this blog came in. It did not come to me. It came to another blogger, but then it was filtered to me. And someone lost $3,500. And they're saying that the person works for the government. And the person is saying they'll pay them back in pieces. Like, I'll pay you this and this. And she's saying, no, I didn't pay you in pieces. I want all the money back. And it's going to be really hard when someone has your money. In Barbados, is going to be extremely hard, almost like zero chance of getting your money back. It's zero chance of getting your money back, especially if the funds are a lot. It's very difficult. Once that money is out of your hands and spent, it's done. It's a done deal. But what I want to say with regards to this situation is, when you rob someone that landed in Barbados from a ship and they had the tenacity to survive into the 21st century, when you rob them, you are putting them back into slavery. Okay? You are almost still that slave trader. You have a slave trader DNA, because you know that black people sold black people into slavery. You know that's how it started. Let's not, try to pretend that that's not what happened, okay? So you still have that in you. You still have that in you. If you're robbing your own people, someone that trusted you to pay them back, you are still participating in enslaving your own people. You need to watch that. It needs to be taught in school. This concept of what I'm saying needs to be taught in all schools that had slavery. It needs to be taught in all places that were slave ports. You need to teach this in Barbados. If you are lying and stealing and robbing your own people, you have aligned yourself with enslavers. It's Sherry Veronica.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels. Thank you for watching and listening to this episode of Naked Departure.